What's going on, everybody? This is Travis from Candid at the Movies.
Hey everybody, Joe here with Candid at the Movies. This time I want to talk to you all about the musical drama biopic called Back to Black.
This movie does star a very interesting cast. You have Marisa Abela, Eddie Marsan, and Jack O'Connell.
I think that as far as a musical goes, I think that this was a really good musical and a decent biopic. So this is the story of Amy Winehouse. We meet her at the age of 18, and we kind of see her home life, her lifestyle, the way that she idolized her grandma, as well as the relationship that she had with her mother and her father. Her mother was sickly, and I think that the father had left and started a new family.
Basically shows her rise, her heartbreak, and ultimately her tragic passing. I will say that overall, there was not a lot of talk or love towards this movie. I feel like a lot of people felt like this movie was very exploitive of basically her passing away at a very young age. But I feel like overall this movie wanted to let you know that she was loved, family loved her, and how talented she was.
We kind of get and delve deep into her psyche, but also what motivated her. She showed pictures of her nan and how she was like the 50s and 60s like pinup girl, and she wanted to look like that. So that's kind of where she got her look from. We see that she was super into jazz music, so we understand that she was into jazz and that she wasn't trying to be no Spice Girl or anything like that. So we understand like where she's coming from. So this kind of allowed me to understand Amy Winehouse a bit more. It's unfortunate that she passed away at such a young age. She was only 27, and I know she had several bouts with alcoholism, drug usage, and things like that.
I feel like more than anything, this movie tried to downplay the addiction. Addiction's a very serious thing. It's in a lot of families. A lot of people hate it. And I feel like this movie overall could have delved into that a little bit more. Like, they more so went on about the love between her and Blake. And I get it. I understand that. But it was kind of one of those things, the drugs played a big part into it too. And especially you seeing her decline closer as she was getting to before she passed, especially seeing performances that you can still find online where she was wanting to refuse to sing and she acted like she didn't want to be there because everything was getting so bad for her. And it just felt like overall the studios were just like, hey, let's just show she dealt with some heartbreak, a little bit of drugs, she loved her daddy, loved Blake. Oh, she broke her heart and she died. It was weird. It was just like they more so felt like she died of heartbreak than of a drug overdose, which sucks. And I think that just goes down to the directing and what ultimately the writing was going to be. That's who I'm going to blame for it. I'm not really going to blame the cast because the cast did what they could with the film. I felt like they did really good with it. TikTok didn't help with that one scene in the movie. I'll insert it in if it is in there. And I feel like that kind of took it a little bit to where people were just like, oh, I'm disappointed. I don't want to see that. So that and the movie getting released overseas before it came to America and the reviews were not good, basically got this movie down to where not too many people were talking about it.
She was a romantic, but I think she was looking for love in all the wrong places. And she had plenty of enablers around her, causing her to feel like it was okay to, go against the grain. Even her father, for example, according to this, was a huge enabler. Ultimately, like, if you're going through something like this, keep the people around you that disagree with you. Keep the people around you who are going to try to make you better, because it didn't seem like she had the constitution to be disagreed with very much and for very long.
I hope this movie, at least for Amy Winehouse fans, gives them a little bit of love back towards her and listening to her music, but overall it doesn't really help or hurt her brand in general. But it was just something that you kind of feel to yourself like you guys could have did a better job with this. You had the budget, you have everything else, you could have did better. I will definitely say Bob Marley was better of a film, even though they just spanned it on a certain time during the Exodus period of his career. For this to be her whole career, they did a sloppy job of it. And that's why my score for this movie is a C-. I'm not going to say it's the worst thing in the world, yet it's not memorable at all.
If you're gonna do lip syncing, do it right. So that would cause me to maybe give it a couple of strikes down from what I would probably give it. So I'll have to give this a strong C-. I think it's worth a watch just for the musical portion of it. I love musicals. I love drama. And that combination works for me. But, you know, it was less than good because of those things, in my opinion. So what do you all think down in the comments below? If you've seen Back to Black, what do you think? Or has this review caused you to want to give it a try? Let me know. And yeah, please click that like, share, and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell. I've been Joe with Candid at the Movies. Y'all take care and have a fantastic day. Peace.